What's up, ladies and gents? My name is Ruger. I don't even know how many times I've had to record this. I don't feel like I'm saying it the way I want to. But I want to talk today about something that really frustrated me yesterday. And what that was the return of Dr. Disrespect. Now, I want to start this off by saying I don't have a problem with him returning. There's no reason he shouldn't return. He spent years of time and hard work building his brand, his following, this is his career. I am 100% okay with him coming back to Twitch and picking up where he left off. What I'm not okay with is the amount of blind support and following that he got yesterday. He got so much praise on his return, and it is 100% undeserved. And I may sound a little bit emotional about this, because this is something that really gets to me. Now, my reasoning for that is this man was married. He made a vow to stand by his spouse. Sickness and health, good and bad, stay loyal, stay committed. And he broke that vow. Now, where I come from and how I was raised is when you give your word, that determines who you are. And if you can't stand by your word, you are no longer a man. And that goes the same thing for women too. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. If you say you're not going to do something, you don't do it. And the more I think about it, the more it just pisses me off. Of the fact that his career is going to benefit greatly from this. Now, I don't know about his personal life. This may have hurt his family dramatically. It may have hurt it just a little bit where it can recover. I don't know. And to be honest with you, it's none of my business because it really doesn't care. And that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about why when he comes back to Twitch, he gets so much praise, so much support. I mean, he broke the fucking website. He had so much traffic on his return. I mean, if you just think about the amount of followers and subs and the amount of money that he is getting off this return, and it's all 100% undeserved. When he comes back after his break of trying to handle the situation of what he did, I feel like his career should have took a hit. Should not have been destroyed by no means. Because everybody has a chance. They get a second chance to come back and re-earn respect and rebuild reputation. I believe everybody deserves that chance. But he's not getting punished for what he did. And the problem with that is the man has such a big following. Millions of people know who he is. He is treated like a role model to so many younger people. And hell, maybe even people his age. Because I don't know how old he is, but he's a grown man. And he has a lot of people that look up to him. And I really want to focus on the younger people, the young children, the young teenagers, maybe even some of the young adults, that what he does and he's not being punished for it, the people that blindly follow and support, they think it's okay. And I feel like that's a problem in today's world. Is people get overly punished for things that's not a big deal, but things that are a big deal, certain people can get away with it. Now again, this may have hurt his family life dramatically, but it did not hurt his career, and it should have. Now a lot of people are thinking, oh, you shouldn't combine the two. You shouldn't, mix what kind of person he is with his career, because he's a talented gamer. He's a very good entertainer, which I agree with you. He is a good entertainer, and he is a very talented player. But he's also a role model. There are children now that think that what he's doing is okay. Now, this may have been a one-time thing. This may have been a one-time he got caught. Who knows? But whether you cheat one time or you cheat 100 times, you're still a cheater. Whether you break your word once or you break your word 100 times, you still broke your word. And in my eyes, you're not a man. And it takes a lot to build that back up. I no longer have respect for the man. But in my mind, which to most people, of course, doesn't matter, but this is me speaking. He has an opportunity to rebuild my respect. And I feel like that's the way everybody should think. You do something fucked up, you should be punished. Good things should happen to people that do good things. Bad things should happen to people who do bad things. That's how the world should work. Now, I know that's not the case, but that's how it should. And it frustrates me because someone else, let's say it's another Twitch streamer who doesn't have nearly the following he does. If he were to do the same exact thing, his career probably would have been ended. Because people just, he doesn't have that type of following of just people that just will blindly support and praise no matter what. And it's not fair. People should be held to the same rules. But when you have that type of following, you're held to a higher standard. And why you are is because of the number of people following you. You have such a big impact in the entire gaming community that literally anything he does, no matter how small, could be a big deal. And when you put yourself in that situation, you need to realize that. And it frustrates me so bad that he's just going to benefit from this so greatly. And it's all undeserved. It is. People are treating him like he's a victim when he's not. He chose to be there at that place and time. He chose to do what he did. He had every opportunity to not do it, but he still chose to. Whether, maybe he had a few drinks, maybe at that moment in time, him and his spouse weren't doing so good. It doesn't matter. He put himself in that situation. He's the one to blame, and there's nobody playing it. Now I don't believe that he's making himself to be out to the victim. I don't believe that at all. But his blind sheep following fans are playing him out to be the victim. Now, that's not his fault. That is not his fault. I do not believe so, at least. It's his fans' fault for being sheep. And what I mean by that is they're not thinking for themselves. If anybody's made it this far in this video, what I want you to do in this situation and every situation that comes up in the future, don't follow the popular opinion. Look at the situation from more than one side. Get all the information you can and sit down and think about it and come up with your own opinion on something. Think for yourself. Because that's what I do. And that's what I did on this situation. That's why my opinion right now probably isn't the most popular opinion. But this is how I believe. And you know what? If you really think about it and you look at it from different angles and you still disagree with me, that is 100% okay. As long as you came up with that thought on your own. Because not everybody thinks the same way I do. Not everybody has the same morals I do. Not everybody's different. But when you just blindly follow somebody, you don't think for yourself. You can't come up with your own opinion, and in that case, your opinion doesn't really matter. everybody's opinion should matter if you come up with it on your own, instead of just because someone else thinks so that you need to think that same way. So I think I said everything I wanted to say here. I don't even know what footage is playing in the background to keep anybody entertained, if anybody made it this far in the video. And honestly, I made this video more for myself just because I had to get this off my chest, because it really frustrated me yesterday. Because things like this, they mean a great deal to me. Of good things should happen to good people, and bad things should happen to bad people. And when you do good things should happen to you. And when you do bad things should happen to you. You could be a great person, but you do a bad thing, you should have repercussions, and vice versa. So anybody that's made it this long in the video, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening. If you agree with me, great. If you don't, great. As long as you just come up with that opinion on your own. So thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me have some of your time today. And I'll see you all in the next one.